Now, if I speak, am I speaking about Julie or am I speaking about your mum? In other words, am I talking to you about your mum or am I speaking about Julie?
No, you're speaking about Julie.
I don't know the context that you want this in, but am I talking about Julie in general, young Julie, middle-aged Julie, older Julie? Am I talking about the end?
We were shaking in the kitchen, shaking in the kitchen. Then I saw you. And I felt your love. See me in the morning, see me in the morning. See me in the morning, sun. See me in the morning, see me in the morning, see me in the morning.
Sad is a piece of gig theatre with me, Brigitte, Aphrodite and Quiet Boy. Gaz has not only composed the music but written these beautiful songs, and they'll take us on an arc, a journey, almost like the sun rising and the sun setting and then the sun rising again. That's the kind of journey that we're going to go on.
The harsh reality of nothingness, you know. Think that things are a certain way and you believe and you dream and stuff, and then when something like as devastating as my mum dying happened, led me to a dark reality.
Like when Granddad died, like I don't remember it being really cold in the lead up to it, but obviously it must have got a lot colder after. And I remember being out at the playground and stuff. But that was such a big thing for us when we lost Gaz's mum. Of like all of a sudden everything got sucked out of everything.
An artist called Frankenstein set up a workshop where we listened to the music in the piece and we all drew what we felt. Even our 6-month-old baby, we gave her a marker pen and she did some line drawings, which actually Frankenstein said that hers were the best, which is a bit harsh. She's a baby. And those drawings have made their way into the film that we've made as a taster, but they will be also seen in projections in the show, which is going to be so beautiful and blow people's minds.
But what I think, the big thing that I had for a long time afterwards, I'd be walking around the house saying, where is she? And that was a big question. Where is she? I couldn't answer. you know, no matter what I've been taught in school or church or whatever, I couldn't answer that. Where is she? Where are you, Julie? I don't know where you are. And nobody could answer that.
We've been working with neuroscientists to explore how sound can affect the chemical balance and hormone levels of the brain. We're searching for those sounds that can make us feel more positive. There are parts of this show which go to very deep and personal and dark places, and another thing which I've been really conscious about with the composition and the music is that at those times I really want the music to feel like it's giving the audience member a hug, a sound hug.
Some people tend to be engaged in a bit too much rumination, so they'll use sad music, and instead of allowing it to somehow them out of this kind of dark place, they'll stay in the dark place, and the music encourages them to do that. Psychologists are more likely to say that more bright sounds sound happier, low brightness less happy, and they'll talk about these features on a gradient.
No, I don't do a long diatribe. I do it every morning when I get up. I go through and I'll just say, hello my darling, I love you, and I always will. And we'll be together again one day, I promise.
I remember on the night that my mum died that I lied about being able to feel her, and I think the reason that I lied was to make my dad and my brother feel better.
So all the music in the show has been specifically composed and written to be in the show, apart from one song which happens near the end, called Redeem. That's an older song of Quiet Boy, and it's one of my favourite of his songs. So much so that 6 months ago when we were having Sappho, she had to have a cesarean because she was laying across me like a Roman empress on a chaise lounge, and there was no way that we could get her out any other way. So I knew I was having a cesarean, and I made a playlist, quite a long one that had no words on it. Apart from at the end of the playlist, I put my favourite Quiet Boy song, which is Redeem. And during the birth, we had to wear masks because it was in COVID, and we were listening to the playlist, and it was quite scary but quite beautiful because Gaz was by my side. And then as Sappho was coming out, Redeem came on, and I was like, wait, this is quite soon. This is not the end of the playlist. Has Gaz skipped the playlist on and put his own music for our baby to come out to? I thought that's quite a bold move there, Gaz. But I enjoyed the moment anyway because I loved the song. We sang at the tops of our voices to Redeem whilst our baby was coming out. So much so that the midwife said, excuse me, could you stop singing now because of the COVID spores, which was quite embarrassing. So our baby came out to Redeem, and that's why we've got it in the show.
You think you're lost, but it seems to me you're hurt. Forget the past, redeem for me your love.
Grief and cycles is just something that we all share. We all have to go through it. It doesn't mean that it has to be a lonely place, and I think that that's why I'm making this piece of work.
Lura, 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 bye bye. In your yaya's arms you're sleeping. Does you want the moon to play with? Now hush, now don't you cry. Lura, 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 bye bye. In your yaya's arms you're sleeping, and soon you'll be a-sleeping. So